One of the most common questions that most men ask me in our men's workshops is, how do I choose the right woman for me? And I always answer this in a different ways. Most of us underestimate the importance of culture, the importance of tradition. There are specific ways how we used to go about getting a partner in the traditional ways. And during those days, the fortunate thing is we do not have high divorce rates. Now, traditionally, in my culture, we use the word faces. A face, a face stands for what you look at. Now, if we use to this as an acronym, I will break it down on how understanding this makes it much easier for you to know if the person you're going out with is the right partner. There are two things that will always determine a man's life. One is you have to choose to submit your life to God. And the second thing, the second decision that will determine your future is the kind of woman that you decide to marry. If you marry the wrong woman, your life is finished completely. Because a woman has a very big by influence. A woman can either make or break you. Now, if we look at faces, F stands for family. Before you get married, you have to have access to this family. You have to have access to where the woman grew up. You have to find out what kind of family, what is the bond, what is the unity, what kind of environment did she grow up in? Because family makes it much, much easier for you to understand who's got her ear. Because when you marry a woman, you're not just marrying her, you're marrying her entire family. You're marrying everybody that she's had access to since she was a child. And there is one specific person that she listens to. It can be the mother, it can be the father, it can be the sister, it can be the brother. By understanding that person, by studying that person, you exactly know that when shit hits the fan in your relationship, she's going to call somebody. What is that somebody going to say? The family dynamics determine the nature of the woman. By observing how the father and the mother talk to each other, that becomes the foundation on how the woman is going to look at you. If the mother is domineering, if the mother is condescending, if the mother talks down on the husband, if the mother is a loudmouth, if the mother is very rude person, then expect that. That is what the woman expects. That's how she thinks that a relationship should be. If the father is a very funny man, if the father is one of these people that is aggressive, he shouts at everybody, he's a rude kind of a guy, that's what she expects from you. So family gives you an idea of what kind of family, and by meeting their family, then you have a choice if you're going to stay with that woman or you're not. The second thing here is attitude. What kind of attitude does she have? You can either have positive attitude or negative attitude. Attitude is not something you can teach someone. Some people are just negative predisposed. Some people are just positive nature. Now, when you try to go out expecting a positive experience from a woman with a negative attitude, of course, it's going to bring you down. Can you live with her attitude? And how do you find out one's attitude? By watching, by listening. Because most of us, unfortunately, we're in relationships, but we're not present. So we don't listen to their words. We don't listen, we don't watch the body language. We don't see how they relate to the people around us. We don't see how they talk to others. We don't see how their body changes when your friends come around or when your family members. All these things you have to watch, because most of us as men, unfortunately, we always think that the woman will stay the same when we meet, the way we meet her when we get married. And the women always think that they can change as men. We know when you get into a relationship, the person doesn't get better. Chances are the same behavior that you are exposed to, it becomes double that, becomes 10x, it becomes worse. So if you can't live with a small part of that attitude, chances are you're not going to make a life together. C stands for compatibility. Are you compatible? She is a Christian, you Muslim. She wants to have kids, you don't. She likes to spend money, you like to save. She wants to go out weekends, you want to stay in. He wants to go out with the boys, you want to go to church. Now, these things in the beginning look like small, but over time, that rift just starts getting wider. In any relationship, when you get together, in the beginning, the relationship is always leaning towards one person because the emotions are high, the energy is high, the sex is great, and in most cases, you always become one. And then over time, the person that has a stronger personality starts pulling the other person to the other side. And that's when all of a sudden in a relationship, it becomes 80-20. One is very happy and the other one is very unhappy because the person with a stronger personality is pulling towards, one feels like I'm just doing everything. I'm always compromising. I'm always giving in, but this guy does nothing. For it to be, and research shows, a man and woman that work together, either in a business or in the same work, they make money 5 times more than a man and woman that work in separate jobs, but they're the least happiest because they have nothing to talk about. Now, the trick here is to come here into the balance. And this compatibility becomes very important. There are some structural things that it doesn't matter how much you love the woman, how much you do for the woman, how much time you spend with the woman, it's not going to work because fundamentally you're not compatible. So these are things that we cannot, somebody that likes to read, the other one likes to watch television. One likes to eat healthy, the other one likes to eat junk. One likes to exercise, the other one likes to sleep in. One wants to go to church, the other one likes to go to the nightclub. Compatibility is a big thing. You can hold it for such a period of time, but over time, you're going to get divorced. E stands for experiences. It's not about being a snoop. It's not about being a PI, private investigator here. But it's very important to understand the background of the woman. It's very important to understand her previous relationship because you are taking on all these experiences. Have you ever been home? You come home, you're trying to be nice, explain your day, and all of a sudden the woman just snaps. It's because it's got nothing to do with you. She's reliving her experiences. So it is very important to understand her experiences. It doesn't mean that you can't marry her, but it makes it easier for you to be able to respond rather than to react to incidents that you know that reaction was a little bit just too much. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with what I said because of experiences. And then S here is skill set. Whether you like it or not, if you marry for love, chances are you're going to get divorced. I think Hollywood is lied to us so much, where most of us say, because I love her, I married her because of love. You can marry somebody without love. We need more to stay together than love. A one-night stand love can do. But over time, research shows that you cannot be in love with the same person at the same intensity. After 24 months, if you're lucky enough, that love starts to go away. What will keep you going? And that's why having skill sets, a relationship is like a business. A relationship, you need to have assets. Happiness follows assets. What assets, what skill set is she bringing into the relationship? And what skill set are you bringing into the relationship? I can be the man that works hard, but her skill set could be taking care of the home. She could be the one working hard. My skill set will be to help her invest the money. But what skill set? She will be as easy as cooking. It could be as easy as somebody that just calms you. But somebody has to bring something to the relationship. Love alone cannot sustain a relationship. Every single day I'm talking to guys. I ask them, are you still in love? They say yes. I ask, are you still loving? Yes. The woman says, this guy is a beast. The guy says, this woman here, you see this woman, she's crazy. They still love each other. But foundationally, fundamentally, from a basic point of view, their foundation was wrong. And in doing this, you keep on hitting your head against each other, trying to make something work, something that if you had taken the due diligence up front, could not have worked. Which of these resonates with you, and which one of these do you need to work on in your relationship? Take care of yourself. Catch you later, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.